Hello, math class. Yes, so we're going to talk about something real quick. It's not complicated, but it is something you need to know. We're talking about something called repeating decimals. Repeating decimals are basically decimals that continue the same thing over and over and over again. So for instance, it could be so here's our decimal place, 743, 743, 743. And once you get to the point where you see the pattern, you can put a line over it. And you don't have to keep going like this. But you're like, well, how do I know that? I'm going to go through one of your problems on your page, and we'll look at how we recognize a repeating decimal. So let's look at 1/6, right? There's your fraction, 1/6. Now we're going to divide it and see what it is as a decimal. So top guy goes inside the house, bottom guy goes out. 6 can't go into 1 because 1 is smaller than 6. So we go ahead, put our decimal points, add a couple of zeros. 6 will not go into 1. How many times will 6 go into 10? 1 time. 1 times 6 is 6. Left is 4. 40. How many times will 6 go into 40? That would be 6 times. So 36 minus 4. Let's add another 0, bring it down. 40. Well, that looks familiar, doesn't it? 1 times, how many times will 6 go into 40? 6 times. 1 times 6 is 36 minus 4. We're left with 4. Now we can keep going and going and going, but now we see there's a pattern. And once we see the pattern, it's just going to be repeating 0.1666666 because the pattern is going to be the same. It's a repeating, never-ending decimal. So we don't want to have to write it out and out and out. But so this is what we can do. Once we find the number, the pattern that's repeating, go to the first one, put a line over it, and then you're done. So once you find the pattern, so for instance, if you kept repeating 1 4 1 4 1 4, you don't have to keep writing it out. Just you know the pattern, or you know what's continually repeating is 1 4 1 4 1 4. So just put a line over the 1 4, and you can erase it. That little line above it indicates that that pattern repeats itself continuously. Some decimals are like this. Uh-oh, forgot my decimal point. So for instance, 13784. 13784. So you've actually got a repeating decimal that is 5 numbers in length, right? You've got 1 2 3 4 5 numbers, and it'll repeat like that over and over. So make sure before you put a line over what you think is repeating, make sure it's repeating and it's not just different numbers. So I want you to I gave you some fairly simple ones. I want you to do those on your math sheet. And remember, once you find out what's repeating, put a line over it, and then you can just erase the rest. So that's it. Make sure you're not using a calculator. Don't do that, no good. And that will be it for repeating decimals.